Okay. Dude, put your hand behind your back.
No, I'm not doing
Put your hand behind your back.
You want to be a real officer or do you want to be a harasser?
Some officers believe that using force is more effective than verbal communication when making arrests.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, don't do that.
Put your hands behind your I am sick and fucking tired.
Let's witness how these police officers are held accountable for their own misconduct. A family dispute turned arrest sparked suspicion over a muted body cam.
I didn't do anything. I ran to get my daughter because she came outside.
I was
You assaulted him. He tried to put me.
On August 7th, 2022, Gibsonville police responded to a domestic dispute between a married couple but quickly escalated this situation into a dramatic arrest.
I'm calling the police.
You were detained. Put your hands behind your back.
She was outside.
Put your hands behind your back.
Let me call the police. Let me call the police.
I am the police.
Yeah, but let me call the police. I haven't done anything wrong. You detained me for no reason.
No, I did not. You started to run.
I run because she came outside. You have. Daddy. Go inside. Let me put my dog inside.
Okay, you can put your dog. Do not step inside.
Go inside, Ariel. No, go inside. Remy, go inside. Daddy. Go inside. I'm gonna shut the door. Go inside. I'm gonna shut the door. Go inside and stop crying.
Okay. Dude, put your hand behind your back.
No, I'm not doing
Put your hand behind your back. Behind your back. I'm not doing it.
He's asking me. I haven't done anything.
Get on the fucking ground now.
I haven't
Put
done
your hands behind your. I am sick and fucking tired.
You get on the ground or you're getting tired.
Stop
no
pulling.
reason to detain me.
Stop pulling.
Get on the ground and you get
You have no reason to detain me. I didn't do anything. I ran to get my daughter because she came outside. You
I was.
You assaulted him.
He tried to put me. I haven't done anything wrong. I haven't done anything wrong. He's asking me.
Listen, both of you.
Ariel.
We cannot communicate with you. No, you listen to us.
Go ahead.
Have a seat on the steps.
Although the man showed no violent behavior, officers proceeded to arrest him. The justification given for the arrest was vague and unconvincing.
It did not have to go this way.
I didn't do anything wrong. I ran here and I told you had no reason to detain me.
I told you. I explained to you. We had a call for a verbal domestic.
A verbal domestic is an argument. You can't. There's no
It don't
reason.
matter.
You
We're-
don't dictate what
We're
happens.
fine talking.
Listen.
Ariel.
Listen, when we get called to a call, it's not up to you to decide anything.
You can't detain me for. I didn't
Yes,
do
we
anything.
can.
Not for a verbal dispute.
Yes, we can until we figure out what's going on.
I told you what happened. I ran home to
And
get
when
my.
I pull up, you're assaulting him.
I didn't assault
So
him.
guess what?
He put his hands on me.
He pulled my hands away from him.
You're
Hands on.
going to jail.
For what?
For assault on any other. Is there anybody else?
No, Terry walked off.
Who?
My wife.
You said she drove off earlier.
I said she walked off. I never
No,
said.
you said she drove
I
off.
never
And
said.
okay, so you lied.
I never said how she got
Stand
to
up.
the police.
What?
I never said how she got over
Stand
there.
up.
I just said that she was gone.
You said she drove off.
I didn't say
You said
that.
she doesn't have a license. She can't
I
drive.
didn't say she drove
Okay,
off.
it's all okay. You know it doesn't matter. Either way. She's under arrest. Okay.
For what?
It's all on law enforcement. All right.
Are you serious? I'm gonna make sure
An
that I see
RDO.
you.
That's fine. That sounds good.
You have no legal right to
Okay.
detain me.
You know what? You'll have your day in court to argue that too. So that sounds good.
Y'all motherfuckers have been since I've been here.
Man, I've told you many times, and
I've always been cordial. You had no
you
reason
didn't listen.
to
And you didn't
I
listen.
didn't
And
do
then
anything.
you assaulted me. So that's
I
fine.
didn't assault you.
Get in the car.
My fucking daughter's in there.
Move your feet.
My
inside the car.
daughter's in there.
That's good.
Nobody is there with her.
He was charged with assaulting an officer simply for grabbing the officer's hand while trying to avoid being handcuffed. Despite no clear act of violence, the police then handed his child over to a neighbor without showing much concern about whether he had actually committed a crime.
He said that he's wanting his phone so he can call his wife's mom, but I think that's his wife's phone because he said that she didn't have her phone on her. No, I know. I think this is his phone. I mean, to go there and have him call his mother-in-law if she has keys or something like that.
Somebody.
Okay. You know your mother-in-law's phone number by heart, or do you?
No, I need to.
It's right here.
I don't know the number. Go to contact.
Contacts. Then what's
Go to Susan Provost.
Susan Provost. Do you have a spare key or anything like that anywhere? Or do you have
You're not going
anything?
in my house.
I'm not trying to get in your house. I'm trying to get your daughter outside so she's not in the house by herself. She's screaming her head off. And we're
Yes,
worried about
because
her.
you guys are detaining me for no
Okay,
reason.
that's not important. We're worried about your daughter right now. That's all we need to
That's
do.
why we're calling her.
Okay. Do you have a key outside that we can get her
No.
outside? Okay. Rather than have a key to your house to let your daughter out?
Don't get her. Don't get her open the door. Terry might be over there. Jordan's the neighbor.
You said Jordan's a neighbor?
Jordan is a neighbor.
How do you get there? Jordan neighbor?
Yes.
Okay.
Put it on speakerphone, please.
I got you.
Hello?
Jordan, is Terry over there?
Who?
Terry.
Not sure. Hold on. Is Carrie here? Carrie.
Hey, can you come over to the house? I'm being arrested.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Where's he live at?
Yeah, hold on. Give me just a few minutes, all right?
All right.
He's in this house right here?
No, sir.
Around the back.
I'll put your phone on the floorboard, okay?
So let me ask you this.
Yes, sir.
So what legal right do you have to detain me?
Pending further investigation. Being detained is
for a verbal dispute.
it's an investigation. You didn't want to listen, therefore you were detained.
What raised further concern was that the officer involved repeatedly muted his body cam, sparking suspicions about transparency and potential attempts to conceal misconduct.
Yeah, I got you. No, do you have a key to get into their house to let her out?
I do not.
Okay, we're trying. So
Can he come here?
Yes.
Do the dogs know you? Yes, they do. Okay. You can get in the window right here. I just need the door unlocked.
probably her.
In North Carolina, meeting a body-worn camera is not a criminal offense, but may violate internal policy under GHS 132-140, which can result in disciplinary action such as suspension or termination.
Okay, awesome. All right, Mr. Provost, thank you very much.
Can I know what happened so I know what
He was just laying obstruct when I gave him verbal commands for his hands on his back, telling me he was detained. He decided to pull away from me. While pulling away from me, he grabbed my arm, my hands. So we got a call someone called about a verbal domestic at your house, okay? I was just out with him earlier in the park. He said that he admitted that y'all had been arguing, that you had left. I got out and stopped. And then just some other things happened. Told him he was detained until pending further investigation.
He said that what happened?
He said y'all had been arguing that you had left earlier.
Yeah.
He was trying to find you, which was no big deal. And
He left because here?
yeah, we were up in Morkel Park.
The only kids on my
No, and I didn't know the kids were here by themselves. So
I never did that. So Ariel was here?
The door was locked. She's screaming through the window. It took me forever to get the door open.
when I originally showed up, he started running from here. She came out and ran out to him. I guess that's what I didn't know what had been happening.
Yeah.
I didn't know if he were still here, and that's why she ran outside or something. So trying to detain him to figure out what's going on. He wasn't wanting to listen. So that's why we are where we are. So any questions for us?
Yeah, but me and him were really just having an argument. Like,
And
I know.
That's fine. You can argue as long as it's kept to a minimum. When neighbors, or I'm assuming a neighbor call, that's a problem. The other issue is once we get called out, we have to do our job and investigate. So the best way to go about that is complying with the officer. Okay, when I'm coming down the road and I'm seeing him trying to push my officer and turning around on him and not complying, that's not
Probably
right.
scared because of the kid.
Well, so
Which I can't believe he did.
I allowed him to put because a dog came out, and that was my concern. So I didn't want.
Thank you.
So I told him to put the dog inside and put your daughter inside. And then I guess the dog might have freaked out and hit the latch. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know
they
what
do that.
happened.
The officer could potentially face charges of unlawful arrest, abuse of power, and making false statements in the absence of clear evidence of a clear. Next up, An aggressive and arrogant officer gets a well-deserved lesson from a brave citizen.
Right. Yeah, we can look that up.
Right.
You should treat me as a man and I treat you as a man. That's why I'm out here having a talk with you instead of sitting in the house and not answering. I'm a man. Treat me like a man. I'm the homeowner of this. Do not beat down my door again.
Hello, sir.
Hey.
How we doing?
Doing all right.
You have a brindle pit bull
Yeah,
dog?
I got a brown boxer mix.
Brown boxer mixed dog, kind of a tiger stripe on him.
Yeah. Don't beat the hell out of my door if you don't mind, okay? I came to the door. I would never come to your house and do it. Don't come to mine. Now let's handle some business. Actually, hold on. Whoa. Hey, don't do that.
Don't do what?
Put some shorts on, buddy. What is your problem? Whether it's about national security or whether it's about something like I'm not going to cut Medicaid, right? But then he's going to celebrate a bill passing the House today.
Although the man politely asked them not to, the officers entered his home twice without a warrant or his consent. What's more shocking is the absurd justification they gave for their actions.
Can I ask you a question? And I know that sounds crazy. You look polite chasing the dog, but the way you're aggressively hunting my dog leads me to think you have other motives. I saw you. I saw your truck and you shooing the dog back into its yard. No news. Shooing the dog back into his yard.
Presently, do you see my truck?
No, you chased him probably. Your truck's probably over there and you walk through the backside where he runs through. You come through the other side of the house, correct?
So that's why it's not a diligently or viciously trying to come after your dog, but
chasing him through 2 or 3 woods, neighborhoods is when I know he's not a vicious dog, okay? But it seems like you are just out to get him. I mean, and I know he breaks out. I discipline him too, and he's wrong. But the way you come knock on, beat my door down, that's a no-no. And then swing my door back open after I closed it, don't you ever do that again. You hear me?
Excuse me?
You cannot open my door when I close my door.
I can't.
No, can you? You can open when I close my door and say, I'm getting my shorts to come talk to you. You cannot open my door again. You tell me what law says you can open my door. It's what law says that you can.
Can I trust that you don't have a gun? Can I trust that you don't?
Why would I have a gun? Why does a gun even come up?
Can I trust that you don't? Because it's officer safety.
Officer safety would have been tapping on the door nice and having some backup if you feared for your life that I had a gun. But no, you come beat my door down right when I got off work, right from watching the news. You know how that feels? Think if you got off a shift and I come beat your door down. I didn't do nothing wrong to you. Don't do that. And then when I closed the door, was I not in my boxers? Tell the truth, was I in my boxers?
You were in shorts.
Oh, now you're lying. Why do you do this? I mean, why? Why are you even an officer if you want to do this? Why? I'm saying why? Why? If you want to lie like this, was I not? Tell the truth. Just be truthful. Was I in my boxers?
You were in shorts.
Okay. Do I have different shorts on now? Yeah. Were I in these when you came to the door?
Right.
I was in these.
You know that I'm videoing this too.
Okay.
Right?
Police claimed they were concerned for their own safety, yet their behavior, barging in without backup, without permission, and without a warrant, clearly contradicted that excuse.
I'm videoing it for me.
Okay.
Okay? We're going to video it for me because you don't care about me. You beat my door down and you said I have a gun.
I asked you.
No. That's a yes or no question. Did you bring the gun up or did I bring the gun up?
Right.
I didn't bring a gun into this situation. You did. We were talking about a dog. You come beat my door down. Then you accused me of not answering your door the first time. I wasn't here. Records will show. My phone records will show where I was on the phone and when I got home. That's easily looked up. GPS.
Right.
We can look that up.
Right.
We shouldn't have to go there. You should treat me as a man and I treat you as a man. That's why I'm out here having a talk with you instead of sitting in the house and not answering.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
I'm a man. Treat me like a man. I'm the homeowner of this. Do not open my door when I close my door telling you that I went to go get my box. I know where my dog is.
I will be glad to treat you like a man.
Okay, well do that. Don't come beating down my door and don't come with gun-ho stuff on your mind. I have a child and the first thing you gonna bring up is guns. You're not starting no gunfight here, buddy. Y'all itch to use those things so bad.
For
You're
my
so
own
scared.
safety.
I know. for you to be safe. If you're that scared, find another job. Find another job. Come work with me. I'll get you a job.
Where?
Chronospan.
Okay.
The chemical planet Chronospan.
Okay.
You want a job there? Should I call John Cannell now? You don't want a job? You want to be an officer? You want to be a real officer, or do you want to be a harasser? Okay? I'm looking at you like a man. Treat me like a man. Okay?
Why did you step toward me when you...
Because I want to look into your eyes. I have no weapon. You can pat me down so you can be safe. Here, you can pat me down so you can be safe.
We're good. I'm not...
I know we're good because you know I don't have anything. But you're implying I'm stepping forward to you to do harm to you, which I'm not.
Okay.
You came violent at me when you on my door. Don't do that.
After a series of contradictory and evasive explanations, the officer ultimately got a well-deserved lesson from the homeowner.
Is that saying hi?
I guess it's saying hi. But we're talking about this conversation today. When you come beat down my door, that's crazy, man. Why would you even do stuff like that? And then you say you're scared and you beat down the door like a SWAT team.
No.
You make yourself scared because you start
I start the violence?
You start the violence, my brother. Did my door hit you or did you beat on it? Let's be honest.
I was knocking on your door, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Was you knocking hard?
I did knock hard.
You knocked very hard. Tell the truth. Come get him.
I'll be glad to.
Come get him. And if my dog's out, get him and call me.
Well,
Or well, you don't have to call me. If he's missing, I know you got him. I'll just come to the pound.
The officers could face civil liability for unlawful entry and violation of civil rights under 42 U.S.C. 1983. Citizens have the right to refuse entry to police unless they have a warrant or there's an emergency, and they're legally allowed to record the interaction as evidence. Always remember, your home is your sanctuary, and no officer has the right to enter without a warrant or clear emergency. When authority ignores the law, it's up to citizens to stand firm, record everything, and defend their rights with dignity. An arrest with no clear evidence, no recorded footage, and a person detained for days without a valid reason, could this be an abuse of power?
Just us?
Yeah, what the fuck is going on, man? Why? I didn't do anything.
The incident began on February 20th, 2023 in Harford County, Maryland, when officers spotted a Dodge Charger that they claimed had run a red light and was driving recklessly. Upon approaching the vehicle, police immediately ordered the driver to exit and placed him in handcuffs. The man repeatedly insisted that he was not the one who had fled, but officers proceeded with the arrest.
Put your hands on your back.
What are you doing, bro?
Put your hands behind your back.
What are you
Put your hands behind your back.
Stop!
I'm not doing anything, man. What are you doing, bro?
Just us?
Yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck is going on, man? Why? I didn't do anything. Bro, what did you pull me over doing? What did you get me? Oh, damn, man.
You got anything on you?
No.
Where your ID at?
In my wallet, it's in the car right there. You can open it. Actually, no, you can't.
Take them over.
I'm not under arrest.
Reckless driving, yeah. Fleeing in the lead. Fleeing in the lead.
I wasn't fleeing anybody. Who was I fleeing from?
As soon as I turned around, you took off, went around the car, and hit the road. Can't believe you're serious right now.
You're gonna go to jail.
And then what?
I don't know. It's gonna be up to them. Commissioner.
It's a felony?
You might see a commissioner.
It's a felony?
Huh?
Is it a felony? What about my vehicle? Can I call somebody to come
Nope,
get
won't
that?
be told. Have a seat.
You're under arrest, you gotta tell me.
Have a seat.
Can I call somebody?
Have a seat.
One of the biggest issues in the case was that the police had no video footage to support their allegations. One officer admitted that his camera was not turned on during the pursuit because he was focused on the suspect. This made the case ambiguous and lacking in legal grounds to convict the driver.
He's got a Florida scoop, got down. Apparently, one person, he's a little bit ahead of me, but he's coming up to Hanson 24 right here, blows through the light. Jordan had to slam on his brakes, cuts him off, flying up toward me now, so we both turn around at 1080.
Right, that's what we were thinking.
We spotted him in the parking lot here, and he got behind him. He was trying to creep around this way, but I was able to come in quick enough where he's like, okay, I'm screwed anyway. In the windows, we can't see him. So
Right.
when I saw the door open up, I got out the car. I don't think I'll have to articulate that, and I'll do a supplement. Because once we got him under control and in cuffs, that's when I turn this on. Because I'm not worried about this right now.
No.
I'm concentrating to make sure anything like that. The only thing, we already inventoried the car, nothing of value.
He don't even live over here. What's he doing over here?
Well, I think he's got Otter Creek Road mail there with Grandma. I think it's two brothers that live with Grandma. I think you want to be read at Miranda and try to question him, like, did something happen? But at this point, he's going to jail for reckless driving and a couple other serious traffic offenses and fleeing. But so he had maybe 20 seconds on us that he might have circled around the parking lot. So once mobile transport gets in and takes him to custody, him and I are going to canvass these trash cans and everything like that because he was over there.
After detaining the driver, officers continued searching for evidence to support their claims. They conducted a search of the vehicle, hoping to find incriminating items such as drugs or weapons, but found nothing suspicious. One of the officers appeared surprised by the results, noting that the car was completely clean with no signs of violations.
I guess the police thought he was going to get away.
But why would he pull in here?
I don't know. I guess he thought he could hide behind there. But I looked all ways. He could only went this way. He was right there when I spent the corner.
I mean, you got him. Reckless is an arrestable offense, and the fleeing and eluding him. Something ain't right, bro. You know what I mean?
That is not right at all, bro.
That's just 1043 that Matthew Morton subjects, the 1095. He's got Otter Creek Road mail over here. You heard? With somebody else's name on it. Alright, he's got Michelle McPadden. I think this is why I recognize him. Now, I saw it going down.
A little puzzle. You was right there. I saw you coming.
Well, I was whipping around before you even, you know what I mean? Because I seen what was going down. I mean, the car is clean, bro. It just doesn't make no sense.
During a personal information check, police found some letters addressed to another person inside the vehicle and began questioning the driver about his residence. They suspected he might be linked to a previous family-related incident, but could not provide any evidence to establish a connection between him and that case.
Are you living on Otter Creek with Grandma? You got a brother over there too? Or am I thinking somebody different? Otter Creek Road? Okay. I might be thinking somebody different then. What's the mail on the back of your car for? You got mail on the back of your car?
Well, that's my family's mail.
Okay. Who's Michelle?
It's my mother.
Mom. Does she live over there? Is that who I'm thinking of then?
I don't know who you're thinking of.
Do you have a brother?
I have about 5 brothers.
Did you have a brother that you're living over on Otter? Would you type in?
What's the time?
949, the tow carriers.
Do you remember what you typed in before? Just type either just the word flee or elude.
If the victim files a civil lawsuit, the police department could be required to pay compensation amounting to hundreds of thousands of dollars for the officer's misconduct. Hey everyone, what do you think about this situation? If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and support us with a donation. Thank you so much. Police in Gaston County blatantly violated the rights of 2 Christian missionaries, detaining and frisking them without cause and outrageous abuse of power. This disturbing act of intimidation shows the alarming rise of unchecked police overreach. How can such a clear violation of civil liberties be justified?
Officer, do you have reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime here?
I don't.
Okay. Are we being detained? This is my vehicle, so.
I'm trying to figure out
Okay.
what's going on.
Well, we're walking across America. I've already walked across the United States. I live in Vail. I like to go out with short walks with my cross and pray for the country. They're running the SAG vehicle. Nothing to it.
That's great.
So if you don't have a reasonable articulable suspicion for crime, then we're just going to keep go about our way.
No, they're not. You can
Are
go,
we being detained?
you
Are they being detained?
You can go about your way, and I can detain them. So
Are you
please,
detaining them?
Step over there. I'm talking to them. Somebody called in about them. I'm trying to keep somebody from going in handcuffs and going to jail.
Well, sir, you don't have any reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime.
Stand over there.
And you're being filmed. You're on tape.
That's fine.
But this is my vehicle, so
That's fine.
I'm just letting you know what's going on.
That's fine.
All right, continue your business then.
What I'm trying to explain is, somebody's called in about this vehicle, okay? About it sitting here.
Is it parked illegally?
Can you let me talk?
No, sir, because I don't want to see our time wasted because somebody made a phone call. People, you can see that we're not breaking the law, sir. We live in a free country.
I'm trying to keep everything documented in case people call in again. That's what I'm saying. So if somebody does call in again and says, hey,
you've got a description of the vehicle we're walking with across. Well, get to your point. So with all due respect, we shouldn't be detained for something like this.
All due respect, I'm talking to them. I'm talking to them. You had nothing to do with this, right?
I have absolutely everything to do with it because we're a team and I'm responsible for them.
I had him 60 county. You started terrible cars. You can go ahead and start a supervisor. Stand over there. I'll talk.
The police's actions were nothing short of harassment, approaching legally parked missionaries without any justifiable reason, ignoring their clear explanation and escalating the situation with baseless threats. How can officers sworn to uphold the law so blatantly disregard constitutional rights?
I'm talking to them, okay? Yes, I do have a right. I'm trying to keep somebody from going into handcuffs.
Unless you have a reasonable, articulable suspicion of a crime, you have no right to detain us, sir.
I do.
This is not a stop and frisk state.
Yes, I do. Stop.
No, you don't.
Stop.
I'm going to stand right here.
Sir, give me the opportunity to give me your life, okay? If not, I'm going to have you step out of the vehicle, and I'm going to detain you. Stop.
I'm just making sure I got you on film.
Stop. Because I'm trying to figure out your identity. Somebody called in. I'm trying to keep everything documented and figure out what's going on. Can you get... Okay.
All right.
Stop. Y'all stand over there.
I'm not moving, man.
Y'all stay right.
I've not moved since you told me to stay. You guys are going to look real foolish here. Here we are walking with the cross across America. These Gaston County officers came up here. We're completely legally parked here off the highway, and they've pulled them out of the car without any reasonable, articulable suspicion of a crime. Look at them being frisked there. Josiah, step back. We just walked up with our cross. The officer told us we were legally parked. He got a phone call, and this is the basis whereby they are searching and frisking both Bethany and Carter without any reasonable, articulable suspicion of a crime. So if you guys are seeing this...
The officer's aggressive demand for identification was not only unnecessary, but a blatant disregard for individual rights. Why intimidate innocent people? Their unjustified vehicle search, done without consent or probable cause, was a troubling abuse of power. How can citizens trust law enforcement when officers so easily trample on the very laws they swore to uphold?
Let's call into the Gaston County Sheriff. This is unbelievable. No crimes, nothing. Sir, you don't have my permission to search my vehicle without a warrant. Yes, you do. You need my permission to search. This is my vehicle. I can provide the registration. Folks got nothing better to do than harass some Christians just minding their own business. Don't you think you got enough drug activity in this county to spend your time on other things? Just some Christians that live legally and are parked legally. Parked legally.
You're trespassing. This isn't your property. You're trespassing. Nothing to do with this.
I do, sir. This is my team. I'm the team leader.
On my investigation.
I have not.
I've gave you every chance to be quiet and separate yourself.
I'm standing right where you told me to.
Go stand over there.
I can't go back in there. He told me I was trespassing. Don't touch me, sir. Don't touch me.
Go stand over there.
I will back up a few feet.
I have cooperated with y'all and gave every chance.
You have no reasonable, articulable suspicion of a crime.
Stop. This is ridiculous.
Well, it is ridiculous. It is ridiculous that you guys got 3 vehicles out here on some peaceful Christians who are not breaking any laws. Unbelievable.
You're not being very Christian right now.
Oh, you don't define me as Christian. Christianity is not absolute obedience to the state and tyranny. It's not absolute obedience to the state. You're live on Facebook right now.
You're live too.
Good. You guys ought to be ashamed of yourself. No reasonable, articulable suspicion for a crime.
Of going to sleep at night.
Of course you don't, because you're a tyrant. You're a
You're mad
tyrant.
I am.
Yeah,
That's
you
your
just
belief.
admitted it, didn't you?
You
Unbelievable.
That's your statement. That's your belief.
No,
I'm
you
not saying
admitted
to
it.
argue with you.
This is unbelievable.
This is an unlivable argument.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
We
You
live
have
in a
your
free
belief, I have
country,
my
friend.
belief, and we're not
We
gonna
have a
agree
right
with
to
it.
walk down the highway and park the car in a legal spot.
This isn't a legal spot.
Yes, it is a legal spot.
No,
this
it's
is a
not.
road with a stop sign and,
No,
and
it's
a.
not.
Yes, it is. Have you ever been to the
This
other
is-
side?
The missionaries repeatedly questioned the officers' authority, challenging their lack of reasonable suspicion. Instead of de-escalating, the officers persisted with unnecessary aggression, disregarding legal boundaries. Their tactics were counterproductive. As the missionaries had already clarified, they were not breaking any laws.
What's your name and badge number, officer?
There's my name. I don't have a badge number.
What's your first name?
There's my name.
There's your last name. I want your first and last
That's
name
what
and your
I'm-
badge number.
That's what I give you as my last name. There you go.
What's your
My last
badge
name.
number?
I don't have
Y'all don't have badge numbers
I
here?
have badge numbers.
How do you identify yourself? How do they identify you?
Officer Clark.
What's your first name?
There's my name.
You're required to give me your name.
I'm giving you my name.
I'm asking your first name.
I'm not required to give
That's
you my
not a
first name.
crime. Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
And you guys aren't aware of people's rights and what
You're not aware of the law.
You're not. I am very much
Obviously, you're
aware of the law. What law are we breaking?
This car was called in as being suspicious.
And
by a neighbor.
we explained to you what we were doing and what our purpose was. Calm down, officer. De-escalate. Suspicious vehicle is not a crime.
The officers unlawfully detained and frisked the missionaries despite no crime being committed, interrupting their religious journey. Though not formally arrested or charged, their rights were violated. This incident underscores the legal risks of police misconduct and constitutional breaches.
7 officers here. 5 vehicles. This isn't even 20 miles from my home, folks. I walked up with the cross while they were being questioned, and I explained what we were here for. It wasn't good enough. Now they got to sit around and figure out how they can cover up for their mistakes here. No, I wasn't open there preaching. We were just walking with the cross, and these guys were parked waiting for us. If any of you are watching, I suggest you call the Gaston County Sheriff right now and complain about this tyranny. They were just sitting in the vehicle. That's all they were doing. I walked up as they were being questioned. This young officer over here's got a little touch of short man syndrome. He was mouthing and very, very aggressive for no reason whatsoever. Someone call the Gaston County Sheriff's Department and complain, say that there are civil rights being violated out here.
Citizens have the right to seek redress for rights violations by filing complaints with law enforcement or pursuing legal action. The missionaries could sue for unlawful detainment and illegal vehicle search. This case highlights the need for police to have a valid legal basis for detentions and searches.
Sir.
Okay.
It's Foolproof Gospel Ministries.
Yeah. Where did y'all start the walk at?
I walked across America,
Yeah.
and I finished in October. I live in Vale, and we just go out and do short walks.
Yeah.
And so we started today kind of over near Baxter Road. Right at the Gaston County line. All we were trying to do was walk to Cherryville.
Yeah.
And we saw this cut across.
Yeah.
And there's a stop sign on the other side, and there's a street. It says Baxter Road, and it's got an arrow pointing both ways. And we just simply walked through here, knowing that I told them to find a place where they could be off the road and park, and we were going to trade here, walk Delview Road into Cherryville, and call it a day. There were no signs. I looked. I mean, I've walked across America. I know, to try to stay off private property.
Yeah.
There was no signs or anything. We stayed on the road, and we just walked out and found you guys here.
Yeah. And what somebody did was they called in about a suspicious vehicle in the area. Okay. We got a call for service coming out here. So there's an SUV sitting right here at Baxter Road and Delview Road. I come out here. I was with your son.
My son-in-law.
Son-in-law and your daughter.
Yeah.
I guess that's your daughter,
Yeah.
right? So they refused to give their IDs. I did myself.
Is that a crime?
Yes, if you refuse in a state of North Carolina to give your identification to an officer, you are delaying my arrest.
Don't you have to have a reasonable, articulable suspicion of a crime?
And my reasonable suspicion was somebody calling in about a suspicious
But what crime were they committing? Is suspicious vehicle a crime?
I'm not going tit for tat.
You can't answer my questions?
I'm not going tit for tat. Listen.
Isn't that a reasonable question? Is that how you? It's a reasonable question. Is suspicion a crime? So anybody can call in suspicious to anybody. This is how they respond, folks. I guess suspicion is a crime. So if you call in anybody suspicious, they're in trouble. We explained what we were here for. He's going to find the vehicles registered to a nonprofit ministry. Everything we said they're going to find is true. So I'm going to be interested to...
Several fundamental laws and constitutional rights were violated during this encounter, particularly the Fourth and Fifth Amendments. The Fourth Amendment protects individuals from unreasonable searches and seizures, yet the officers unlawfully searched the missionary's vehicle without a warrant, consent, or probable cause. Under North Carolina's G15A 2000, 455, evidence obtained from such a search cannot be used in court, and the case could be dismissed under the exclusionary rule. The Fifth Amendment guarantees the right against self-incrimination and the right to remain silent. The officers violated this by insisting the missionaries provide identification without legal grounds. According to North Carolina law, GHS 15502, individuals are only required to provide ID when there is reasonable suspicion of criminal activity, which was absent in this case. These violations not only infringed upon the missionaries' rights, but also revealed a breakdown in law enforcement protocol, emphasizing the need for accountability when officers act outside their legal authority. Here's a video that will make you rethink how authority and fairness intersect in everyday encounters. This situation is troubling. Why do the officers insist on ID without clear cause? Their immediate demand seems heavy-handed and undermines trust. One has to wonder if their actions truly align with fair procedure. Is there a justified reason for treating Matthew as though he were guilty of wrongdoing?
Situation, so no, I don't have that. These cops are demand. Name and badge number, please, sir.
158.
I'm sorry, say it again.
Last name Edgel, 158.
Edgel, 158. Name and badge number, ma'am.
Lowry 573. When is your date set for? Is it set for?
For this dog, Tuesday at 3 p.m. And I'm willing to show you my call log that I just made the appointment. But you have no right to demand my ID. You have no right. And you have no right to demand vaccine records on her. It does not. No, you don't. No, this is not Nazi Germany. This is not Nazi Germany. And this is not a stop and ID state neither.
Where they can be warm and safe. Remember, if it's too cold for you, it is too cold for your pet. Planning on doing some baking this fall? Remember, chocolate, raisins, and maybe enough to be toxic to pets and should be kept out of their reach. Candy and the sugar substitute xylitol can also be poisonous. Consider purchasing pet treats.
And I want the truth.
You got to tell him the truth, Drew.
He was supposed to pick it up the other day, the Thursday.
And I haven't been feeling well. Like I said, I'm showing you my feet are swollen.
When did you get the dog?
About a month ago.
And I've brought dog food over because at one point they didn't have enough food to get through to payday, and so I brought them dog.
The police's approach raises serious questions about accountability and professionalism. Matthew's calm requests for clarification are met with unwarranted hostility, underscoring a troubling lack of transparency. This unjustified aggression is both disheartening and frustrating. What possible harm could a man taking his dog to the vet pose?
Hey, I need.
So I thought you was gonna put it on speaker.
It is on speaker.
Yeah, this is Matthew.
You can step back.
Okay,
I'm step a little bit back. Step back from me.
Whoa.
Please step back from me.
Ma'am, I've stepped back.
Sir, did you
ma'am,
not tell
I've
me
stepped back.
to call the
I've
vet?
stepped back.
Angel, can you please move him back for just
I've
a minute?
stepped back. I've stepped back again. Now it's escalating.
And I need you to also check if an appointment's been made for a dog that this gentleman was supposed to take claim of. And the only information I have is the owner's name is Matthew and the dog's name is Angel.
I don't want my last name given, neighbors, okay? It's Matthew. I just got off the phone with you. We scheduled an appointment for, we called him Puppy for now, on Tuesday at 3 p.m. And also Angel has been there for her 3-year vaccine, rabies.
You're probably gonna need to put a supervisor on the phone at this point, please.
You're just trying to get my last name. And you have no right.
It's at 3 o'clock. I do see a Matthew here.
No last name.
Yeah.
I don't have to give you my ID. I'm sorry. Just because I'm standing up for my rights, you guys. See, that's the problem. That's why people in America are turning against you guys. Because you come out here and you're tyrannical.
Okay, and so let me ask you a question. You provide care to owners of animals, correct? Okay, sir, I need to see your ID, please.
I have not taken ownership of the dog yet. I have not taken Okay, you guys need to get your lieutenant out here. I want a lieutenant out here now.
As the situation unfolds, the officers contradict each other regarding the ownership of the dog. Initially, one officer states that the dog was just dropped off the previous day, but later it is revealed that the dog has actually been on the property for over a month. This inconsistency causes confusion and highlights the officer's lack of proper communication.
So are you seizing the dog? Because if you are, then I should have a right to leave. I'm asking you because I want to know if you're seizing the dog, then I should be free to leave. You can want to know it all you want, but I don't have to give it to you. You guys are on a power trip. This is so unprofessional. Because you have somebody willing to offer the dog a good home that's going to provide the dog with vet care, shelter, love, training, and everything.
That's great, but we need to know who the dog's going to.
Me?
Who are you?
My name is Matthew. That's all you need. You've confirmed my vet appointment. You've confirmed the rabies on my dog, okay? So that proves that that's my name. This is not a stop and ID state, okay?
Do you understand why originally, though, that we were trying to ID you?
Because you guys need to ID. Because you guys have to have ID. Because you just have to have it. That's why. That's why. I can understand, but here's what you've got to understand from my point of view. I have a right not to give you my ID. I have every right, investigation or not. Currently, he's illegally detaining me.
Here's the thing, okay?
No, hold on, please. You asked me, do I understand? Let me respond, okay?
I hear you.
Please be fair, okay? He's now illegally detaining me, saying that I am under investigation for animal cruelty, while they're talking about they're seizing the dog, while he's confirmed ownership of the dog, okay? So now that releases me from the whole situation, but he wants to tell me, I just made it today. I can show you my call log. I made it right before I left my house. No, she's escalated from the moment I got here, and her job is to de-escalate, not escalate.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out why you made a vet appointment for a dog that you don't own.
Because I'm coming to get the dog so I can own the dog. I was supposed to do it on the 3rd. I showed you the scar where I just had my neck fused. I've showed you where my legs are swollen because I have blood clots. I'm supposed to be on bed rest.
I'm just here trying to figure out what's going on. So
Matthew, frustrated, provides vet appointment proof, but officers still demand ID and call him a liar. Their hostility escalates the situation, ignoring their de-escalation training. The scene grows tense as Matthew's efforts to help the dog are met with suspicion. How can police expect trust when they dismiss honest intentions so readily?
Okay, I'll wait for that then. Yeah, I would like to.
You are free to go anytime.
Am I free to go? So your supervisor's on the way.
Yes.
Okay, but that's not her supervisor.
The Bedford County Sheriff's Department.
Okay.
Sheriff's office.
And so then I want to talk to your supervisor about his illegal detainment of me.
On the way. I don't know exactly how far out.
Because you illegally detained me. I now understand I am free to leave, but earlier I was not free to leave.
Correct.
Even after she already said she was seizing all the animals, even after he verified ownership of the dog, okay, even after that fact, okay, you guys had those facts, okay? And he still said I was not free to leave, and he wanted to say somebody, and he wanted to say somebody, and he wanted to say this and that, and he didn't want to directly say that I could be charged with animal cruelty at that point. Okay.
That it was your dog.
No, it was already long proven that it's his dog or whoever's dog that brought it here. It doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter. Okay, because I was not under investigation for anything at that point. And I can't believe you guys won't let somebody take the dog that can give it a good home. I mean, you're costing the taxpayers money that you don't have to spend. You see what I'm saying? And so that's to me absurd. To me, that's absurd. Because you're taking an animal that's going to cost money to you guys instead of letting me take the financial burden of the animal and let me take care of the animal when I have proof that I am willing and capable and able to take care of the animal.
The most glaring legal violation in this incident occurs when the officers, despite lacking any legal justification, continued to detain Matthew. At one point in the footage, after being told the dog would be seized, Matthew asks if he is free to leave, but the officers assert that he is not. This statement violates Matthew's constitutional rights.
Here's my supervisor.
Hey, how you doing? Can I get your name, badge number, and rank, please?
Since you're recording, it's right here. It's Featherstone.
Okay, officer right here.
Yep.
And badge number, sir?
117. See it right there?
And your rank?
Sergeant.
Okay, very good. Okay, so I come out here to take that dog, okay? Hold on, let me tell you the story, sir. Out back. Okay, so here's the deal. Okay, I have shown them my swollen feet. I have shown them my neck that I just had surgery. I was supposed to be over here on the 3rd when I got paid to take the dog because I don't like to rack up credit cards unless I have the money to pay them off because I can't afford the interest. Okay, but I have not been well. I've been bedridden for several days now, okay, because I have blood clots in my legs. Okay, so when I got here, they immediately started demanding ID. I understand she doesn't work for you, but just so you understand the whole situation, she immediately escalated, became aggressive with me, and then he joined in, became aggressive with me about my ID, that I have to give them my ID. Okay, I don't understand why he said I just brought this dog over here yesterday. I'm not sure, probably because he didn't want the dog to get taken because he knows I want the dog really bad and I want to give the dog a good home. Okay, I have my dog there. You can see she's healthy. She verified her rabies vaccine for 3 years. All my animals get 3-year vaccines because it's easier, okay, because we have 2 cats as well, but they're under my uncle's name, okay? I declined to give ID because I know my rights. This is not a stop and ID state, number 1. And they tried to claim that after he said he misspoke, after he said he misspoke.
How did he misspeak?
Okay, by saying that I brought the dog here yesterday.
Okay.
Okay, then he said the dog's been here for over a month.
Okay.
Okay, so long after that, they've still been demanding my ID, saying that I'm required by law to give my ID. He illegally detained me, okay, and I've got it on recording, illegally detained me, and I made sure I asked him.
Matthew repeatedly accuses the officers of losing their qualified immunity, which is a legal doctrine that protects law enforcement officers from personal liability for actions taken in their official capacity unless they violate clearly established law. By illegally detaining Matthew and demanding his ID without legal grounds, the officers potentially open themselves up to personal liability.
There's a form up there that you fill out. I would like you to go up there. If you're wanting to file a complaint, go up there and get the form, fill it out, and...
Well, I've just explained to you that I have a moderate traumatic brain injury, and that could be... Well, listen, the Americans with Disabilities Act says that is a reasonable account. There's plenty of Supreme Court laws. There's plenty of them that say if a disabled person that cannot write wants to verbally file a complaint with a supervisor, that the supervisor has to write the complaint out and file it for the disabled person because it is a reasonable accommodation that does not fundamentally alter the way you guys conduct business. Okay, so that's why I've told you I want to make the complaint verbally and have you file it on my behalf because I have nerve damage in my right hand and it's extremely difficult for me to write. And to write all of this out on a form would be extremely difficult for me.
So what we'll do with that is you come up to the sheriff's office and you verbally give it to another supervisor, okay? And it's going to have to be my supervisor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Which is?
It's going to be a lieutenant.
Lieutenant
Toller is his name.
Lieutenant Toller.
He's there Monday through Friday, 8 to 4.
Okay.
All right. I don't have a problem filling that out, but from what you said, you're saying that you were illegally detained, that they demanded your license pending an investigation as well.
No, after the investigation was over as well, they were still demanding my ID.
Okay.
or they were illegally detaining me.
From a legal perspective, several statutes were likely violated by the officers during this incident. First, the Fourth Amendment protects against unreasonable searches and seizures by detaining Matthew without probable cause or warrant. The officers infringed upon his constitutional rights. Additionally, under Tennessee Code Annotated, Chapter 39, Section 3,914,212, which addresses animal cruelty, the officers had no concrete evidence to support their claim of potential cruelty, making their actions a violation of due process rights. Furthermore, according to Tennessee Code Annotated, Chapter 55, Section October 55th, 17, Matthew is not obligated to provide identification unless arrested or suspected of a crime, but the officers failed to acknowledge this. Lastly, the officers may lose their qualified immunity, which shields government employees from liability in certain cases if the court determines that the officers acted beyond their authority. They could be held personally responsible for violating Matthew's rights, exposing them to legal consequences. This footage from Gulfport, Florida, exposes a troubling breach of individual rights. Watch closely and judge for yourself in Gulfport, Florida. Ray Rodriguez's recorded encounter with law enforcement shows shocking disregard for individual rights and proper protocol. This blatant misconduct not only undermines public trust, but also raises alarming questions about the accountability of these officers. How can the community feel safe when those tasked with protecting it violate fundamental rights? Read.
Okay. I still have the privilege to go anywhere I would like to.
Have you ever resigned from a police department?
Is that any of your concern?
Have you ever been fired? Yeah, I like to have my community safe from dangerous people. I've already seen you being dangerous. Yeah, I felt you. You tried to break my arm. I wasn't resisting. So what was the last police department you're fired from? Or you resigned due to your activities.
And I told you that's none of your concern.
Oh, so you resigned, you said?
I never told you that I resigned.
So then you were fired.
I was fired.
Huh? So you were fired? Say it again?
Do you know what the make of this vessel is by any chance?
No, ma'am. Should be on the registration, I believe.
Yeah, it's not.
So you want to comment on any of the lawsuits that are involving the City of Gulfport Police Department?
I don't know of any lawsuits involving the city.
How about trespass law? You know, there's a federal lawsuit against the City of Gulfport for their trespass laws.
No, sir.
How about the little girl that got beat up by the Gulfport cop? She just filed a lawsuit also. You're not aware of that either? They don't tell you about the lawsuits that are being brought against your department? Records request denials? You're not aware of any of that stuff?
I don't work for records.
Well,
why would I be concerned about records requests?
Because you're in them.
Okay. I'm in a lot of records.
Rodriguez's unease was palpable as the officer's questioning grew more personal and aggressive. The attempt to pry into his history felt unnecessary, leaving Rodriguez defensive and upset. The officer's apparent physical force raised serious concerns about abuse of power. Why wasn't a more professional approach taken to ensure community trust?
So I guess it's a sore subject talking about your previous employer.
No, I had a great career.
Where were you at before?
It's none of your concern. I've told you that 3 times, and I'm not going to answer the question again.
You're
here dealing with her. Go ahead and finish your
No, you came on my boat too.
Yeah, for her safety. For her safety. That was the only reason I was on your boat.
And your name is?
You said it your boat? I thought it was your
And your name is?
I thought it was your boat. Nephew.
Look at the registration. And your name is?
You just said it was your boat.
You just came on this boat.
No, you said it was your boat.
Don't be splitting words with me.
That's exactly what you've been doing with me, my man.
No, I'm just trying to get some information about employees that work for me, government servants.
So, sir, Mr. Rodriguez, so let me ask you this. So, have you heard about the Hurricane Debbie waiver?
No, ma'am. That's my home of record. Whatever that.
Okay, I did not realize you had that listed as your address. Okay, I understand what you're saying now. So bear with this printed off.
The officer's approach was needlessly hostile, leaving Rodriguez feeling cornered and scared. Threatening arrest over his signature and drawing a weapon showed a troubling lack of restraint. Such conduct reflects poorly on law enforcement and raises questions about training and accountability. How can departments prevent officers from escalating peaceful situations into conflicts?
Not proud of where you worked at before, I could tell that. If you were proud of what you had done in the past, you'd be offering it up freely. We'll figure it out, don't worry about that.
Hang on a second, sir. I ran out of paper. So let me explain to you what's going on with the Hurricane Debbie, okay?
Don't approach
I'm
me
just
like
taking
that.
a picture of your tattoo so that we can identify you. I'm not approaching you.
Yeah,
Officer Chastain?
You came right on through there. Don't ever do that again.
What, put my arm over my rail?
Come after me like that.
I've never come at you. Don't be saying anything like that. I don't want to be threatened. Now he's getting his taser out. I'll sit down. I don't need this man. He's already violently attacked me one time, as I told you.
He doesn't know what your intentions are, so that's why he's asking you to step back.
I did.
So thank you for stepping back. Stay there, okay? But don't approach him like that again because he doesn't know what your intent is.
He's got guns and tasers and badges and full authority, and all I have is a phone.
We still have to maintain officer safety, okay?
And what about my safety?
Well, then don't approach an officer like that. Maintain.
Well, how? You weren't there last time him and I interacted. I'm sorry, ma'am.
But I'm telling you what I'm saying right now. So let's just keep it kosher.
I am. All I was doing was videotaping.
That's fine. Just keep your distance.
Rodriguez refused to give up his storm-battered boat, holding on to memories the state saw as worthless, officials indifferent to his emotions, pushed ahead with their so-called waiver program. It felt less like assistance and more like forced compliance, ignoring his right to choose. In the end, authority crushed sentiment, leaving him with nothing but loss.
It was deemed a state of emergency, right? Because it was declared a state of emergency because of the hurricane. So every vessel that became derelict because of the storm became a Hurricane Debbie impacted derelict vessel, okay? So your vessel, because I was out here the day after, that vessel and those two vessels on the sandbar I saw were on there due to Hurricane Debbie.
Correct.
So, because it's derelict because of Hurricane Debbie, the state created a waiver program that if you choose to, I can give you the hurricane vessel no charge notification of rights packet, okay? The derelict vessel determination letter, and a derelict vessel waiver. Okay, what you can do with that waiver, you have until September 20th, which would be next Friday. By state statute, after a hurricane comes through and it's declared a state of emergency, everybody has 45 days. After the 45 days, if that vessel is not off that sandbar by September 20th, or let's say September 21st, it's then going to be deemed derelict. Okay. At that time, you could get a derelict vessel citation, which is a misdemeanor charge, a day in court, and a $500 fine. And the state would start the derelict vessel process, meaning you would get another 21 days to get it off that sandbar. If you do not, the state would remove it at your cost. They'd be coming after you to the cost of removal after the 20th. So you've got until September 20th waiver, if you choose to. If not,
Which would be giving up my boat to the state of Florida.
To destroy. Or, yes, if you sign that waiver, you sign
Which I have no interest in doing.
Okay. So, let me go ahead and give you the paperwork so you can think about it and read over it. Okay? Can I do that?
Please, thank you.
And then
Rodriguez felt unfairly targeted, angered by being labeled responsible for a vessel he didn't own. The citation for the expired registration seemed heavy-handed, leaving him frustrated and bewildered. His disbelief grew as he questioned why the officer chose such an aggressive approach. How could they justify punishing him so harshly?
you can either write a check and mail it to the Pinellas County Clerk of the Court at this address, put in your citation number, okay?
Or take it to court.
Or take it to court. Or if you give like 7 to 10 days, if your nephew chooses to or you choose to, go to the Pinellas County Clerk of the Court, put in the citation number. You can pay with a credit card if you choose to do it that way.
No, I'll take it to court.
Okay. So this is not an admission of guilt. What I need you to do is sign. It's not an admission of guilt. It's just saying one way or the other within 30 days, you're either taking it to court you're paying the fine, or your nephew's paying the fine. That's totally up to you. This is not admission of guilt, but you're saying you are admitting that you're going to take care of
I will
something.
sign this under threat of arrest.
All right, now.
And where do I find out about responsible party on board? I've never heard that before. Is that a statute?
You are the responsible party living
No,
on board this vessel.
statutes.
You are the responsible party living on board this vessel. You are the responsible party because you are living on this vessel.
And I won't be after today.
But today you are. Today you are because you're on here, you're living on this vessel. I just gave you a means of propulsion test. If you're not here, you're going to get that citation if your nephew does not show up.
And what does that citation entail as far as penalties go?
So it's going to be deemed that your vessel is at risk because it has no effective means of propulsion. So that's another $123 citation that's going to you because you're the responsible party on board today, and I scheduled this appointment with you. If you don't show up, or if your nephew doesn't show up, you're the responsible party who's going to be getting the citation because you're on here today and I'm speaking with you. Do you understand?
I understand. You've already told me that. But I'm wondering what the ramifications are for that failure to appear.
Rodriguez's rights were trampled as the officer used threats to force compliance. An abuse of power. Coercing a signature under the threat of arrest is nothing short of intimidation. This kind of policing breeds fear, not justice. Undermining public trust. No citizen should face legal threats for challenging unfair treatment.
You're hemming me up about my situation on my boat. You're hemming me up on this boat, and I understand.
I'm not trying to hem you up on that boat. I'm trying to give you a way out to
help
you out.
Right.
So you've got my number. It's on that phone. If you change your mind, I'm going to be out here in the bay all day. If you change your mind and think about that you might want to use that waiver,
I'm not going to give up that boat, no.
Okay. Well, just know if it's not off in a week, you've got 45 days after a hurricane passes through, which ends on September 20th. If it's not off of that sandbar by September 21st, the state can come after you for it being derelict.
No, it makes it shallow. If you got a south wind, it increase the depth. So if I got a south wind on the 16th, 17th, it'll be off of there. It won't be an issue. So let's pray for a south wind so that you don't come and try to steal my boat that I've had forever.
It's not about stealing.
Are we all done?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right.
The rule of law.
Yes, sir.
It's called hemming up an honest American man. Running in some hard times, you know? I'm a veteran too. No, a hurricane is what happened. Right, by making me give up my boat, my home, my property. No, but you've already told me, and this guy's already got all plans of coming at me. Ask him.
Several state statutes may have been violated during the incident under Chapter 119, Florida's public records law. The officer's refusal to address questions about ongoing lawsuits and his apparent lack of knowledge about public records could indicate non-compliance with state transparency laws, which require government employees to respond to public records. Inquiries regarding Chapter 327.5, which pertains to vessel registration. The citation issued for expired registration raises concerns about Florida's boating laws, which require all vessels to be properly registered. However, Rodriguez was not the boat's owner, but was merely assisting with repairs, providing grounds for contesting his responsibility in this situation. Additionally, under Chapter 768, which addresses civil liability, Rodriguez could pursue legal action against the officer for potential harassment or excessive use of force. The officer's actions may lead to claims of misconduct or abuse of power, violating Rodriguez's rights and prompting a potential civil lawsuit for damages. Understanding your rights is one of the most powerful tools you have as a citizen to guard against misuse of authority by those in power. When police actions are transparent and officers are held accountable, it fosters a society built on trust and justice. Without these principles, the balance between authority and the people can become dangerously skewed. What's your take on the situation? Join the conversation by leaving a comment below, and make sure to subscribe for more insightful and meaningful content. Your engagement and support help keep these important discussions alive. Thank you.